Hello, Marcus Boston. Quick video tonight, and I want to do this video because I've had a lot of followers over the last couple of months to my social media pages, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And so one question that I get a lot is, well, this HIE that you're talking about, what is HIE? And so for my old followers, they already know, but for the new people who are on this new journey, HIE is the traumatic brain injury hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy. And this injury can occur in my context with what we do from a medical legal standpoint is when there is a reduction in blood and oxygen, which gets to the baby and causes a brain injury. And so a lot of times for families, this is their first time hearing this term HIE, and a lot of questions that they have stem around what caused it. And so for a birth trauma attorney like myself, this is what we help families try to find answers to, especially during that labor and delivery piece. Was it something that the doctors and the nurses that they missed during the electronic fetal heart monitor? Maybe the baby was in a condition called fetal distress and this condition was not diagnosed on time, if at all, and it wasn't properly treated. And so if that fetal distress can go on for too long, or you have a reduction in blood and oxygen, then of course you can have eventually the baby suffering that traumatic brain injury, HIE, or hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy. So in my context, that is what HIE is, and that is how we see this issue. If you have more questions, maybe you're here today watching this video because your baby has suffered that traumatic brain injury and you have the questions, or you have things that you're wondering about. As I mentioned earlier about, was your baby in fetal distress? Was that fetal distress missed during labor and delivery? Was an emergency C-section, was that the way to go? And doctors and nurses, they didn't convert to an emergency C-section, or maybe they did convert to that emergency C-section, but it was too late. If you have all of that going on and you have more questions, what I invite you to do is to pick up the phone and call me. There's a telephone number on the screen, and just pick up the phone and call me. I talk with families like yours all the time about these issues. HIE, which is what we talked about today, CP, cerebral palsy, MAS, meconium aspiration syndrome, a whole host of other issues like that. Also, remember, it costs you absolutely nothing to talk with me about your baby story. And so if you pick up the phone and you call, what I would advise you to do is just go ahead and let my secretary know, I should say, that you would like to speak with either myself or my partner, Renee Boston, about your baby situation. One more thing, I practice law here in the state of Maryland, and I know this video is on the internet and I can't control who is watching this video, but if you contact me and you're not in Maryland, just understand that I have to use what we call co-counsel or local counsel. In other words, an attorney in your state, and that's something that we can work and help you with, but I just want to make sure that you understand that co-counsel aspect of things. All right, that's it for tonight's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth, injury, and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law here in the state of Maryland at Boston Law Group, LLC. We'll talk with you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your evening.